Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
No Fucksgiving Radio presents.
What's going to happen here?
Proudly introduce to you the Blood Beyond the Mat.
What is your name?
Your hope.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
You know what? Fuck this fool.
Oh, you didn't know?
Tonight,
It's
NFGR.
Tag Team Champion of the World!
Chuckklez, the Headhunter clown.
So you bitch-ass motherfuckers think you're the best? The best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be? Well, motherfuckers, guess what? You have one thing coming, because me and Unknown Factor, we're coming for you, nigga. Oh, shit. Can we cut that out, please?
With the Unknown Factor. We're gonna get into the fucking underground of the wrestling. Fuck the WWE, you hear me? I don't give a shit about it. I want to hear about those motherfuckers who really put their blood and sweat into this beyond the mat. Because check it out, ladies and gentlemen, this is No Fucksgiving Radio. And goddamn, Chuckles, are we really adding another fucking show?
Oh, you already know we're adding another motherfucking show.
Fuck, we're adding another goddamn show, but it's a hell of a topic, ladies and gentlemen. The blood beyond the mat. That's right, we're gonna get into even the underground of the wrestling. That's right, and goddamn shout out to Poke, man, from Project Born. That's right, fucking setting up a hell of a fucking first guest in the motherfucking Rude Boy. What's up, dog?
What's happening, everybody out there, man? Hey, I am so excited to be a part of this big wrestling edition. I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. And excuse my voice, but I had a hell of a time at the gathering of the Juggalos in OKC down in Oklahoma. It was awesome.
See, that's why I thought you had the gathering flu right there. Is because, man, no offense, bro.
No, I told you guys it's coming, though. Oh, it's coming, man. That gathering flu never passes Rude Boy, ever. And it's funny, too, because I get a flu shot every year. And it doesn't matter, man. The power of the gathering flu kills that right away. So I'm expected to have it anytime soon, so I'll be laid up for days, and that would suck.
Well, in that case, yo, Rudy, maybe you should totally get that flu shot weekly instead of yearly.
Yeah, no shit.
I might keep the gathering flu away.
Damn.
That's right.
Oh, hell no. Man, for those all out there listening that don't know who the Rude Boy is, why don't you know who the Rude Boy is? But that's besides the point, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I mean, this guy, goddamn, dude, fucking, you've done a lot in the underground. I mean, if we're just talking pure, just the underground as a whole, as an entertainment field, holy fuck, dude. Like, you've had your hands in, I mean, music, wrestling, a little bit movies, I'd say, right? I mean, fuck, what, underground music, underground entertainment-wise, Rude Boy, what don't you have your hand in?
Well, first off, I don't have my hand in the cookie jar because I'm broke, so that passed me by, unfortunately. But you let me say this, all the credentials that I have is only for one reason, is because I was one of those guys when I was coming up as a kid. I was a go-for-it guy. If I wanted to wrestle, I wrestled. If I wanted to DJ, I DJ'd. If I wanted to write a newspaper article, damn it, I wrote a newspaper article. If I want to have a TV show, I did it. And I'm talking about all of this before I was the age of 18 years old. And so when you got a mindset like that where there is no plan B and you got to go for it, then you go for it and you just make shit happen. And I've been fortunate enough to do it with some of my very best friends over the years. And before we went on the air, I mentioned, being, involved in wrestling for 29 years, I'm a blessed guy, man. And here's the deal, man. It didn't come from a stroke of luck. It came from hard work and dedication and a lot of sacrifices. I got to tell you guys, man, I lost some badass women in my life over my goals and dreams. But you know what? I wouldn't change it. I live with no regrets. I tried to anyway. And with that being said, like I told you guys off the air as well, look, man, just October 11th of 2016, I had open heart surgery. I'm talking about 8 hours on the table, died twice, And from that moment on, I even made it an even more of a mission to create more memories and more goals in life. Because, man, I'm living on bonus time, man. And a lot of people can't say that.
Hey, real quick, I know this isn't
yeah,
the
man.
Hey,
That's a soldier right there.
Well, Chuckles, I know this isn't the No Fucks Given Hour, and this is technically the question that is supposed to be the opening question to the No Fucks Given Hour that we always forget. But based on the fact that you said you died twice on the table, Rudy, I gotta ask two things. One, like, did you see any fucking thing after you died? Like, was there anything there, or like, what's up?
You know what I did remember? The only thing I remember is, excuse me, I remember having my eyes blinded by thousands and thousands of stars. I remember that. And I remember a soft voice, woman's voice saying, "It's okay, you'll be fine." And I just remember that. And then, I woke up from, after the anesthetics, and I look at my chest and I got these blisters all over them. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, well, we had to hit you with the paddles. And I was like, whoa. So they were like, yeah, man, unfortunately you passed away. So it all made sense to me, like what I was seeing and hearing, and look, man, I'm a guy who didn't spend a day of his life in the hospital ever. I'm not saying I didn't get stitches and broken legs and stuff like that, but any type of overnight stay, I never had one. So to have major open heart surgery and to go through what I did, man, it just once again solidifies that, hey, man, there's a hell of a lot more I got to do. And this past weekend at the gathering, it showed it, man. We had so much fucking fun out there, and man, we took the world by the balls this weekend. And to all the fucking haters out there, all you motherfuckers that sat at home on your computer keyboards and sat there and said how whack it is. Well, you can't call it whack if your asset wasn't out there with the real fucking Juggalo family. If you're just sitting at home like a pussy behind a keyboard talking about how stale the gathering is, well, how the fuck do you know? And so that kind of like pissed me off, but I know I'm sidetracking. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no, hey, you're good, man.
It's all good.
You're good, man. Actually, yeah. Real quick, actually, I want to say because I think we spoke to Trey Flows recently, and now we're speaking to you. And everything I've heard from people that were actually directly at the gathering, they said it was. There were no kind of problems. Obviously there were little things, but fuck you. You get that many people together anywhere. I don't care what the background plan for fucking whatever or anything is. You get that large of a group of people together, hey, there's going to be a little dumbassery. Because, that's just people, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's not...
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's not got anything to do with any fucking what music you like, what race you are, what religion you are, what fucking political... I don't give a fuck. You get a group of a couple thousand people together, somebody's going to get stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And some of the complaints that, some of the well, I wouldn't even call them juggalos. They were more the assholes that were there. Were like, hey, man, I can't walk through the campsite and snort coke because there's cops. Well, what the fuck? Where can you go and walk through a campsite and snort coke? It just doesn't make sense.
Why can I not snort this bath salt right in public? I don't understand.
right. God. And then I had this one kid came up to me. He was like, yo, Rudy, man, this bullshit. Man, this cop took my fifth of Smirnoff and poured it out. And I said, how old are you? He was like, 14. I was like, well, what the fuck? You didn't go to jail, man. So, it's stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, man, I'll keep it real with you, man. Look, the police presence was higher than it's ever been at any one of our gatherings. We were in a new place, a new town, a new venue, and people didn't know what to expect. The whole state didn't know what was going on. But by the end of the gathering, the fucking business people, the fucking city council, and even the owner of the venue was like, damn it, please bring it back. Please. Because there were 8 arrests. Only 8 out of all those thousands of kids.
Man.
There were fucking 8 arrests. That's unreal, man.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rudy, though. Not only the fact that there were only 8 arrests, but it's not like there was anything fucking serious. All those arrests were like petty, like public nuisance. You know, you fucking, hey, you flashed your titties. Hey, you got a little bit of weed, like dumb shit like that.
Yes.
It wasn't. Yeah, there was no fuck. You stabbed somebody. You're going to jail,
Right.
jackass. Yeah. So.
Right? No, but I think the worst offense was a guy was driving on a revoked license. I mean, you know, they found some paraphernalia in his car or something. It's just something stupid. But, you know, he had a warrant for his arrest. So, of course, they charged that to the gathering. That wasn't the gathering's fault that he didn't take care of his tickets at home. You know, but it's okay, though, because when you look at that, and just like I said earlier, and just like you said, when you get that many people together and you have 8 arrests, it sounds like a successful time to me.
Yeah, no, I'd say that's pretty goddamn good, really. 8 arrests in any situation like that is pretty cool. But man, hey,
Right.
I'm missing my point though, because you said you died twice on the table, and I asked you that question, what you seen, and
Yeah. I'm
Chuckles, yeah, oh, it's fine, man. We get fucking sidelined on all these shows all the goddamn time. It is No Fucks Given Radio for a reason. You know, but Chuckles, man, don't you kind of want to ask him that? I know it's not the No Fucks Given hour, but dude, give him that question. The question that's supposed to be the first question. Because I just want to know.
Yeah, this is the first question we always give our guests on the show. And the question is, what do you think is the true meaning of life, good boy?
The true meaning of life, man. Well, the true meaning of life for me personally is God first, then family. Then, you know, after that, it's all about fucking doing it, living it, man. Don't sit at home behind a fucking internet keyboard. Fucking get out there and enjoy life, man. Just like I said earlier, you know, when I fucking said I wanted to set out for something, I fucking did it, man. Be a go-getter. Fucking, man, you got one life to fucking live. Fucking live that shit to the fucking fullest. Have fucking stories when you're fucking old and gray, you know, that you can tell. You could sit with your homies at a bar when you guys are old men and sit back and say, remember when we did that? Because I'm going to tell you what, right here and now, myself and my best friend, Joseph Bruce, we're going to be doing that same fucking conversation in the not too distant future. That's the truth.
Wait, no, and I'm not trying to call you old men when I say this. I'm saying that you guys respect.
Well, we are.
Well, yeah, well, how old are you?
Man, you're young, man. You're young,
wait,
brother.
no, fuck it. Let's call him on it. How old are you? What's your age, rude boy?
I'm gonna be 47 years old on November 4th.
47? Shut the fuck up. You ain't that bad.
Man, you're still young, man. You're still young.
You fine.
I wish my body felt that way.
Well, dude, you pro wrestled for 29 fucking years. What'd you expect?
Right? You're right. Every night was a car crash.
Yeah. Man, I've been in plenty of fucking car wrecks. I know what those do to you. I would not want to be in one of those at night. Jesus Christ. No, thank you. You know?
Sometimes two times a day, you know, so that sucks about it.
Well, yeah.
But that's where I stand, you know, as far as the meaning of life for me.
Hell yeah, man.
And everybody has to live their own trip. Everybody does. You have to live your own story. And for me personally, that's what I do. That's how I look at life. And you know, again, man, fuck that. I never want to be, or I never will be, any one of those guys that, well, you know, I could have been, or I should have been. I did. Fuck that.
Hell yeah. That's a lot, man. There's a lot of fuck that pretty much was the start of this radio. If we really was going to get into that whole story, it was really like, fuck it, let's do it. I mean, there's a lot of fuck it in this radio. I kind of love it, man. But hey, like I said,
you have to do that.
Oh yeah, but this is a fucking wrestling show, goddammit, and we're going everywhere, man. So I want to know, like, because Rude Boy Jesus, dude, you do some of that, what I refer to as dumb shit. And I only refer to it as dumb shit because I would never do it. But holy shit, I love watching it, dude. Why? Like, I gotta know because, like, what kind of fucking insanity, you're like, I'm gonna take a stapler to the neck, to the head, to the chest. Hey, I love watching it, Rude Boy. Don't get me wrong. I'll fucking watch this shit all day, every day. Give me some Japanese deathmatch. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, the fact of the matter is that it is dumb shit. My body's telling me that right now. But the fact, like I said, the fact of the matter is that I wasn't a great aerial wrestler or anything like that, and I found my niche, and I stuck with it, and I have a high tolerance for pain. And then when I met up with guys like, Necro Butcher and Madman Pondo, I was like, wow, these guys are just like me. So, that's how that all happened. And to shock people, you can't do that these days, without somebody dying, because now you've shocked everyone. I mean, how much more do you push the envelope,
Yeah, man, I've seen some spots in CZ Dub and shit where I'm like, the motherfucker's gonna die. Like,
right.
Like, this shit literally turned into a death match now, ladies and gentlemen, because motherfuckers are dying. That's how you win the deathmatch tournament in CZW.
It's like they stepped up the notch from ever since ECW shut down. Now when CZW came around, people be like stabbing each other with fucking razor blades and slicing their heads open with sword saws and shit like that. Like some crazy fucked up shit that you're expecting someone's gonna fucking die in a ring right in front of your eye. Like some shit.
But let me also say this, man. I'm not dissing deathmatch wrestling at all, because I made a living off of it, and there's still some guys out there that are still keeping the tradition alive. Guys like and Mosh Pit Mike, these guys are the cream of the crop when it comes to that. Like, they're still fucking freaking people out with some of the shit that they're doing. So, I mean, by any means necessary, I'm not sitting here saying that it's, that it doesn't have a place in wrestling, because it does, but just not for me anymore. Thank God.
Well, I mean,
right.
Yeah, well, you can only fucking take that shit for so long. And I just gotta say, you say you're not a high flyer. Look, I've seen some high flyers that were fucking, like, they just love deathmatch. And I don't know, sometimes I think it was just the fact that they were like, I know I can high fly, but I just like hitting people with fucking fluorescent light tubes.
Sometimes you're right. You're absolutely right. I know a few of them. I mean, believe it or not, man, one of the best wrestlers that actually is a fucking wrestler is Necro Butcher, man. I've seen him in some matches where there wasn't even a trace of blood, and it was a 5-star match. I mean, I couldn't fucking believe it.
A cool ass dude.
And so guys like that, he has a love and a thirst for pain and inflicting it.
See. No, so wait, that has to be, because first off, cool ass dude Necro, I actually met him at a couple past Ring of Honor shows that I went to fucking years back, man. Like when CCW and ROH were doing their whole thing. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a real cool dude, but based on what you just said, that must be why he doesn't wear shoes in the ring. He just wants the pain of walking on glass.
He loves pain.
I never understood that. I was like, why the fuck do you not have, like, dude, you're walking on bare glass and thumbtacks. What the fuck?
I knew Necro Butcher was a crazy motherfucker the first time I seen him wrestle in, it was in Kentucky, and it was at some old bar. And he was in a thumbtack death match, but it was both him and his opponent but it was a barefoot thumbtack death match. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine having a thumbtack in my foot. Believe it or not, I've had it in my back, I've had it in my hands, I've had it in my eyes, everything else. But Jesus, man,
I would rather fucking have my ass full of thumbtacks than have to step down 1 foot into a pile of them. Are you shitting me?
Bruh, it fucking hurts. It happened to me before, and it hurt like a motherfucker, dude.
No. Thumbtacks are bad,
It feels like a little knife that still keeps on digging into your foot every time you step on it, even if it's still in. It fucking hurts like a son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Making Rude Boy in pain over here, Chuckles. Good job.
My son is sitting here with me, looking at me like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?"
Okay, that's weird.
My son Santana, he's just looking at me like, "Okay, man, can we turn up wrestling now?"
Well, let's make it even fucking weirder then, Rude Boy. I want to know, in all your years of wrestling, all right, I got 2 questions. One, what's the most fucking fucked up thing you've seen in the ring where you were really just like, oh my God, someone just like fucking died, or like you really gave you a terrible, like, whoa, like you seen personally? And 2, what is just the weirdest thing you've seen?
Say that again?
What's just the weirdest thing you've seen in the wrestling community?
Okay, well, the one that the first question that you asked was the one where I thought someone was actually going to die. And this is the truth. And I was in Indiana. It was at a IWA Mid-South show. And it was me, Mitch Page, and once again, for the life of me, I can't remember who he was wrestling, but it was a Fans Bring the Weapons deal. And somebody brought one of those old school cuckoo clocks. And his opponent hit him with it. His opponent busted it over his head, and seriously, a chunk of his skull, of the meat, all the way down to the white meat, in the side of his head came out. And I don't know if you've ever seen like one of those fire hydrants, and they're playing in them and shit in summer.
Yeah,
they do that a lot here in Detroit. But that's how his head was bleeding. It was coming out as just like a full hard stream, and I was like, this guy's gonna fucking die. This guy's gonna die, man. And thank God he didn't. Thank God he made it back home and everything, and he was fine. But man, that was one of those
he was okay
shocking
though.
moments for me.
Like that sounds like he should have got brain damage at least, man. Holy shit.
I think we all got a little bit of that, but he is, he fully recovered. I think he retired now. I think he's helping run some wrestling events down in Indiana or something. But that was like one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen in my life. Like I couldn't believe it.
Holy shit!
And that also goes on the same thing. It's weird, for me.
Yeah, I love that happened in Indiana, man, because that's where I'm based out of.
What part of Indiana?
In Anderson, man. I'm about fucking hour north of hour north of Indy. Yeah, I was about to say hour south of Fort Wayne. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
About an hour and a half south of Fort Wayne.
Hour and a half south of Fort Wayne. I don't know where I live. Rude boy, I don't fucking factor shit. I just fucking
He's the unknown factor. He doesn't even know where he lives.
Oh, is that surprising to you, Chuckles? Really?
Well, I'm from the Bay Area, dude. It's like I already know I live in California.
Well,
man, one of my favorite places that I wrestled was in the Bay Area. I used to go out to Sacramento. They would fly me out there. There was a guy out there, Jim Cooley, who was running wrestling. And, man, he used to bring me and Sabu out all the time, man. I loved wrestling in Sacktown, man. Oh,
hell yeah,
I
man.
had so much fun out there, man. Big fun out there.
Hell yeah.
So, man.
Oh, yeah, I have this one question I want to tell you, man. Out of all, I know you mentioned Sacktown and all that. When you were still wrestling, what were the main cities that you, in personal for you, was your most favorite city that you just loved to wrestle in?
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you right now, it's weird that I'm even going to say this, but one of my all-time favorite cities that I've wrestled in is Saginaw, Michigan. Like, the fans out there are just fucking rabid, man. They love their wrestling, and I just loved it out there. Unfortunately, before I retired, I didn't get a chance to say a goodbye match up there, but man, it was the shit always going up there. And also, let me say this, man, one of my all-time favorite cities to rest chill in is Philadelphia, man. Like, there's a certain attitude out there. And it goes back to that old ECW and CCW you were talking about, that no fucks given attitude. And so it was those are like some of my favorite places,
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man.
Philly's got that rough wrestling history. They certainly do. That's a place that I'd have to say the death match, as far as for the U.S., is where it really came from. I mean, the death match really, I would say, came from Japan. I think so that's where it originated. But it was really Philly that really was the first place in the U.S. that really started adopting it and doing crazy shit, man. Like, I swear, when I seen a motherfucker take a weed eater to the chest, I was like, what the fuck? Now you're talking about somebody taking a grandfather clock upside the head. Are you shitting me? Somebody picked up an old school grandfather clock and was like, I'm going to hit you with this. I'd be like, dude, we're done. Fuck you.
Right.
We're done. What the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah. I remember seeing one of those matches where a dude had one of those, those tubs of water, the ones that you have one of those water faucets,
Oh yeah.
And they wrapped it with this like the stick or something like that, and they taped with fucking thumbtacks over it, and they whacked somebody in the fucking head. You can hear the thud like from miles away. That's just.
Hey, but you know what? One thing just came to mind is when you talk about weirdness that I've seen in wrestling. One of the weirdest matches I've ever seen in wrestling. It was also in Indiana, and it was what they did was they set up these two fish tanks in each corner, 50-gallon fish tanks in each corner, and they put piranhas in it. And I watched motherfuckers bleeding and falling into these piranha pits. It was nuts, man. And these piranhas were like on these guys' heads and shit stuck to them. I was like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Oh, shit.
Well, that's
interesting.
God. How the fuck? I don't know. I don't know if I'd feel like what if that piranha like infected me with something, man? Can we how the fuck do you even make sure that shit's in any kind of way, shape, or form sanitary? You know?
I don't. You got some crazies that really don't give a shit.
That's true, man. But I don't want salmonella from a live fish. What the fuck? I'd at least like it to be dead if it's gonna kill me fucking afterwards. Yeah. So
I would imagine getting bitten by a fucking piranha.
Dude, why the fuck? I wouldn't even want to know. That is.
I've seen the movie Piranha. Like, you ever seen that movie, the old horror movie Piranha? That shit scared the fuck out of me. That's why I stay away from the water.
Well, shout out to Indiana for keeping it weird as fuck, though. For real.
Yeah, no shit, man.
God damn, man.
A lot of it happens down in Kokomo. Believe it or not. I mean, yeah.
Oh shit! I think I need to get some. It's been a while since I've been to a smaller wrestling show. Rudy, I ain't gonna lie.
I think they got a show coming this weekend. I don't know if it has any deathmatch wrestling, but I know some of my friends are going to be wrestling down in Elkhart, Indiana. I have no clue where it's at, but
I might have to check out what that is. Hey man, well, I don't just get down with the deathmatch wrestling. I won't point that out. Like, the only wrestling I'm really not a fan of anymore is what is currently the WWE product.
Right.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
Yeah, because
garbage, man.
It's because they're taking great wrestlers, like fucking. I mean, fuck half their roster and being like, all right, we're going to pay you a shitload of money. All right, you can't do 90% of what you guys have been doing to get here.
Yeah, that's the criteria for WWE, and that's the sad part of the business because these guys work their asses off hard on the indie circuit to use those abilities that they have, and then to be grounded the way that they are is just bullshit.
Yeah, because you see like major like talent, like it's like for instance like Samoa Joe or AJ Styles, and for when Samoa Joe finally made it to the WWE, when he was in NXT, he gets to use his the Muscle Buster, that sick ass finisher that he does. When he came out to the main roster, they gave him a simple ass fucking Uranagi slam, and that was his signature move. I was like, what the fuck was that, man? Are you serious?
And Samoa Joe is like one of the most ruthless guys in the world, man. And he's not able to show it, and that sucks. That really sucks, And to be honest with you, I can't even watch the product because of it, my son makes me watch it with him and stuff, but I'd rather much be on YouTube looking at old Ric Flair and fucking Sting matches and shit,
Yeah.
Which I'm going to try and take more and more time to do this since we're doing this show, ladies and gentlemen. I'll point out, if I'm watching wrestling, I mean, there's plenty of good product out there. It's just like Ring of Honor, in my opinion, puts forth great shit, and they definitely don't limit their wrestlers. They're like, hey, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want. We don't because I just caught a fucking match where it was a strap match, and they had a strap with fucking thumbtacks all through it, and we're just smacking each other in the back with it. Like, yeah.
Ring of Honor. One of the things that hurt Ring of Honor the most is there's no real psychology in their matches. Like, you're trying to tell a story. And when you're just trying to outdo the next guy's moves, you're not really telling a story. You're working each other when you should be working the crowd. to see who's got the better moves, the better flying, and again, I don't want to sound like that old man who, I used to walk to school in 10 feet of snow and all that. But I mean, you can't recreate the wheel when it comes to professional wrestling. There's just a psychology that you have to do in order to make that product elevate to the next level. That was one of the things that ECW had hurt them, because ECW was just known for all of that craziness instead of like telling a story, And the problem is with WWE is they tell a story, but not in the ring. They do it in these shitty interviews and shitty vignettes instead of doing it in the ring. And if you get a chance, man, just go back in the archives and look and, watch some of those old NWA shows or AWAs and where they're telling their story, but they're doing it in the ring. I'll tell you it's pretty amazing.
Hold on, you fucking old man. No offense, rude boy, but damn, you old man. No, look, as far as storytelling in the ring, and I'll go to Ring of Honor reference for this. As far as for that, I'd look at like what CM Punk did with his whole end run of the title reign. Like, he was one of the guys in Ring of Honor I really think could tell a story. I think there were exceptions to that rule, but I think that's the problem. Is anymore there's not a great collection of motherfuckers that are real storytellers in the ring. They're kind of sprinkled randomly throughout. So you don't like Angle was a great example of that. Angle could oh my god, Angle could tell a goddamn symphony in the ring if he wanted to, Yeah,
because you know why? Because they let them be themselves. That's what made them do a great ass story. Let them be themselves.
Well, when you got a guy, especially like Kevin Owens, he's a guy who, when you let him loose, he could be one of the best ever when you let him loose. Yeah. Because when he was, Ring of Honor, Kevin Steen, and we had him at the Gathering and everything, man, I was like, this is a special guy, man. There's something special about him. But when you got handcuffs on you and you can't do what you do, how can you next level?
See, it's funny you say that, and you bring up specifically Kevin Steen, and it's Kevin Steen, goddammit, as far as I'm concerned. I want to point out,
fucking love KO, man.
Yeah, when he fucking acted like he was going to do a package pile driver,
too, man.
Yeah, but no, when he acted like he was going to do a package pile driver to Cena in the WWE,
and he switched it up to a fucking sidewalk slam. I was like, oh my god,
that was terrible, man. That's
the greatest. That's the greatest example of a fucking pair of handcuffs being locked on.
I have a funny ass story when he did that shit. It's like the moment he picked up Cena and he looked like he was gonna do a package pile driver, I stood off my fucking couch and I was like, yeah, he's gonna do the package pile driver. Then switched it up to that weird spinning sidewalk slam. And me and my homeboy were just looking at each other like, what the fuck was that?
That was like
what the fuck was that?
That was like really one of the moments where I was like, you know what, this is complete shit.
Yeah, I agree. I do.
Yeah.
That was a moment. The last time the WWE had lost me prior to that was when they fake blew up Vince McMahon. I was like, are you fucking shitting me? Did this really turn into a goddamn soap opera?
Geez. Yeah, they killed him.
Yeah, and then when I seen Steen and they played off like he was going to do that move and he did that bullshit, I'm like, I'm cool. I'm really...
Right.
Like, I thought I was going to be okay with this because you've got half the fucking roster in Ring of Honor that I watched come up in Ring of Honor, from Steen, Generico, fucking Styles, fucking... I mean, they literally have half the decent roster from Ring of Honor 10 years ago.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And they just cuff them all, like you say. They really do. They make it to where, like, oh my God, dude, I want to see a top turnbuckle brain buster. Are you shitting me?
Right.
Who wouldn't, right?
Yeah, they'll never allow that shit. Yeah, it's too fucking dangerous, man. Why do you? Let me ask you, Rudy, for somebody that's has been in the industry so long, why do you think the WWE wants to be so restrictive? I mean, because even if you look during the Attitude Era, where there were far less restrictions, they were
doing some couple crazy shit in the Attitude Era,
but still, not that far.
Guys, I feel this. Vince McMahon as a businessman, I feel this, that Vince McMahon has to, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? He has to make sure that his show can be seen by everybody from fucking 2-year-olds all the way to, 90-year-olds. And to have little kids trying to do some of those moves and then lawsuits and shit, I get that part of it. And it's a $1 billion fucking company, And so for that reason and that reason only, I feel as though he's probably in the same light as, look, we fucking made it this long, without doing all of that over the top shit, and we're still making money. So why would we put our guys at risk for that?
But they've actually. But dude, if you look, they've pulled a lot of moves, and then sometimes they'll allow somebody to do a move and then pull. Like, I think the greatest example of this is I'll point out, like, dude, I break anybody's fucking neck and skull with the DDT real easily.
Right.
And you, come on, and that's a fucking simple ass move, dude, and you will fucking end someone with that shit, right? But then, like, Dean Ambrose,
I watched somebody get it in a bar once.
See, exactly, and that's the fucking end. That's like, if you lock in a DDT on somebody, that the fight is done. It is. It's over, right? But Dean Ambrose, when he initially came in, was doing a snapmare DDT, which was dope. I loved it. I was like, wow, I can't believe they're letting him fucking do that. And then they pull that. I don't get shit like that in their part.
I remember he used to do this the same move, the Dirty Deeds, when he had somebody in a headlock move, and he would drop down forward, and while their head was falling forward towards their face,
snapmare DDT.
And he had that double arm DDT. Yeah,
it's a snapmare DDT.
It was so cool though. It's like, I wish they still kept that move.
Fuck that. Give me the snapmare DDT. I watched too much Ring of Honor.
That was a thicker move. Yeah.
I didn't know. I've watched. I don't even know how many hours of Ring of Honor, and they were real specific about calling moves So yeah, I don't even want to know how many moves I have in my head that I could name. The action.
And bro, even back then when he used to be John Moxley, he was fucking crazy, dude. Back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll never
let him do that. Fucking sword saw to the fucking face, dude.
So, hey, what's the craziest fucking spot you ever took?
I think, it doesn't sound all of that, but I was in a match, ironically in Sacramento. It was a barbed wire death match, and a guy power bombed me into the spider web of barbed wire.
Oh.
And there's one thing that you can work the ropes, but when you're doing that, there is no work to it. You're just fucked. You're fucked, and that's it. And let me also say this: wrestling against Kevin Sullivan, the great legend. He used to do this deal where he'd go off the top rope with a double stomp to your chest. Again, there is no working that. My fucking shit was blue. That was crazy for me. That this guy just jumped on my sternum like that, And so those are the two things I could think of right offhand, but, they're just some of those things that, you want to give the fans what they want, and I always tried to do that, in my career. I tried to make sure when people left, they were like, man, that guy was the shit, man.
Hell yeah. And you're right, man. Sometimes you can work it, but sometimes you just got to let it do what it do. This is Do What It Do.
You got to go with it, man. You just got to go with it, man. I wrestled Christian many years ago. Christian, he was Christian Cage then. But
yeah.
It was in Detroit, and he did this deal, man, where it was like a DDT off the top rope. And, man, it was one of those ones where I couldn't work it. And it was, just go with it, man. Here it comes. Brace for it, because it's coming. And,
God.
It was the worst fucking match ever known to man. ever. The worst shitty match you could ever think of. Oh, God, it was terrible.
The shittiest, man.
He was that much better than I was. That's why.
I don't know about the shittiest, Rude Boy. I've seen I've seen some pretty shitty matches, but you know, again, like I said, let it do what it do by Project Born. We'll be right back. The blood beyond the mat.
Yeah.
Tune in to No Fucks Given Radio every first Wednesday at 9 Eastern for Super Nerdtendo.
The night is hot as hell. It's a lousy room in a lousy part of a lousy town.
Homeboy had sex with a Martian.
Have you ever found yourself randomly walking through a bukkake line?
The fuck are you trying to do?
Yes, well, if you got that problem by yourself, a helmet visor.
You like to fly by the seat of your pants, that's all I know.
Pull it down and you got yourself protected, 100% protected from...
Your host, The Unknown Factor, Racer Excess Cash, and myself, Mr. DKB.
This is so useful. Just think, oh no, there's toxic gas outside. What do we do?
Catch Super Nerdtendo the first Wednesday of every month.
Come chop it up with us. Listen to some comic book nerdness shit.
9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Worth dying for. Worth killing for. Worth going to hell for. Amen.
Yeah, because ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Yeah, the blood beyond the mat. That's right. I'm so waiting to fucking fuck up that show name coming back, Chuckklez, just so you know. I'm so waiting to say that this is a totally different show than that one. I'm surprised I've gotten it right. I'm really surprised I've gotten it right all fucking night. I'm amazed that I haven't called this show a different one. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the debut. That's right. I am your host, The Unknown Factor. You heard? I got Chuckklez chilling. You know that's what we do. Yeah. And we got Rude Boy up in the motherfucking house. Yeah, we was just chatting it up. Chilling.
Right.
Yeah, you know, chopping it up about some shit.
That's right.
And, man, I know this is a wrestling show. But, like I said, you're a man that's done a great deal in the underground as a whole. So let me just ask you right quick, what do you think about the underground right now? Just as a whole, man, and what's going on with everything from the top to the bottom?
Would you like brutal honesty?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This is No Fucks Given Radio.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I'm glad you do. Because to be honest with you, you know what, to me personally, and I'm only speaking of the underground artists that submit CDs and tracks to Psychopathic, because I hear them a lot. Fucking have some originality, man. Fucking come with your own shit. There's already a Twisted. There's already an ICP. There's already these fucking guys already. Come with your own shit. It's not about just fucking the same content, the same way of rapping, you know. Man, you know, the ones that stand out the most, guys, are the ones that come with their own shit. When we're listening to those tracks and stuff, you know, maybe even a group that is playing their own fucking instruments. You know, and the first thing is when you get a CD or you get a package and you see somebody without a bunch of face paint on. That's the first one you listen to. That's the first one you listen to. Because once again, you know, how do you repackage what's already out there? It's there. You know what? I love all of the other guys that are in the underground, you know, and I'm talking about, you know, some of the guys over at Magic Ninja and, of course, Psychopathic and stuff. But, you know, look, there's one Twisted. There's one ICP. There'll never be another. There'll never be another. And thank God for ICP, or there wouldn't be a Twisted. You know, or there wouldn't be that whole fucking camp over there. Okay. And with that being said, I mean, you know, the underground right now, I mean, I've seen some dope shit at the Gathering this year, you know, and I was really happy that I got to see a lot of these guys. There's this group out of St. Louis. I can't fucking think of their names to save my life. Hang on, I think I got it right here. But these guys they fucking tore the house down, man. I'm talking about, hang on, I'm going to tell you who they are right now because I got my book in front of me. And because we had nothing but a good time with these dudes. And they're from St. Louis. And these motherfuckers played the main stage the night I was hosting. And they're called the LSP.
Hell yeah, LSP.
51 Shades of Snuff. Man, those guys fucking own that fucking main stage, homie.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. I love
I
that you
was
bring...
so fucking blown away by them, man.
I love that you bring
Let
them
me
up.
say this. Let me
Oh, go
say
ahead.
this. The whole psychopathic camp was watching those guys. Like, you know, and nobody at the Gathering, we're so busy, no one's watching, nobody. But the whole fucking psychopathic camp was watching their performance because they turned it out that fucking hard.
Well, let me just plug the fuck out of my radio to a minute for you, or to a minute, like real quick for you, Rude Boy, and let you know that Damian Quinn, as well as Static G, both host shows on No Fucks Given Radio.
Nice.
Yeah, I fuck with that LSP, that call shit. Yeah, we got love for them over here.
Yeah,
for real.
we
Definitely.
love LSP over here.
Yeah. Yeah, and Scum, Jesus, I don't know how that motherfucker jumps as high as he does.
Hello?
Rude Boy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Why does he keep losing us? You got shitty reception.
Hello?
Yo, Rude Boy.
Yo, you
Yo,
guys
Rudy.
there?
I
Okay,
swear,
I got you.
you got terrible ass reception or something, man. Or you're pressing buttons with your face, or I don't know. For real, that's all I'm saying.
Man, look, I live in Southwest Detroit. I got a fucking cheap Metro PCS fucking $30 phone. What do you want?
For real. I'll tell you what I want is I want Metro PCS to upgrade the goddamn service because I cannot tell you. No, I'm shit you not. When a motherfucker is having problems reception wise on this, what 9 times out of 10, hell, babe, maybe 10 times out of 10, what you think it's been Metro PC motherfucking S. I shit you not. Like, so Metro, them motherfuckers need to get on their game. They just fucking the shit up.
It's really time
That's
for me to
why I
buy a
chose
new
AT&T.
phone, though.
Yeah, this Metro PCS is just piss poor, man. I swear to God. But yeah, shout out and love to LSP, man. Like I said, you can catch the Kool-Aid Corner as well as Talk Snuff and Talk Sick, all on No Fucks Given Radio. I'm not just fucking check the site; it'll tell you when and shit, all that good stuff, as well as past
Much
episodes.
love
on
to
the,
Scum for putting me on Gorefest, man.
Hell yeah, and then they got that Gorefest coming up. You can catch fucking Chuckklez and another bunch of fucking. I know there's a bunch of motherfuckers gonna be down there from No Fucks Given Radio, at least a couple.
Hey, those guys are the shit, man.
Yeah, man, yeah. That's the first time you'd ever seen them, though, Rude Boy?
Yeah. You know, like I've heard some of their shit. You know, I've seen video of them, but to see them perform live, I mean, you know, it's one thing when you see a video or even when you listen to a track, but when you fucking see a group like that fucking grab the world by the balls, it's something that you never forget, man. And I was very happy to see it, man. I was excited about seeing it, and I can't wait to see those guys again, man, because they, again, one of the standouts of the Gathering for me.
Hell yeah. See, because I think I've seen pretty much everyone that was there individually. Well, no, maybe not everyone, but pretty much all of LSP. Most of them I've seen at some point live, but I've never seen them like that as one act. And I would, yeah, with LSP, I imagine that was a fucking show. I actually did see some of the live feed. It did, man. Just that whole crew
they
together.
destroyed that set, man. I saw that on Fago Lovers, man.
Those guys are something special, man.
Yeah, they definitely are, man. So I'm curious, then, when you look at the underground, who do you think's coming up right now?
Well, I mean, right now, for me, personally, I think this new Light record is going to fucking do really well. I think it's going to be, you know, fucking, I've heard it. It's the shit. I love it. But I've been wrong in the past. But I put my money on this Light record that's coming out, And also, I heard some new tracks at the gathering from Schizo, and it was just fucking tight, man. I was really like, wow, this is good shit right here. And, you know, it was a couple tracks with Esham and stuff, so, you know, I'm looking forward to hearing his new record when it comes out. And, who else? There was somebody else who fucking turned it out. Damn it.
Real quick, I know we got Schizo coming up on the No Fucks Given Hour, though, on the 7th, just so everyone knows. You can catch him on No Fucks Given Radio. For me and Chuckklez going to pick his brain.
He's my homie. I love him. We did a couple shows together. He's a good dude.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Plus,
Well, man,
plus, you know, he's with Esham, and nobody, you know, Esham doesn't fuck with nobody unless it's, you know, something legit, you know.
Yeah, definitely true, man. Definitely true. Man, look,
Yeah,
we're getting
true.
way too much into music, though. This is the goddamn blood on the mat, not on the stage. I swear, we're getting to the blood on the stage. You know, you get blood everywhere. You're really putting your shit into it. But let's flip this back a different way, man. What do you think of the current wrestling underground, man? Because, I mean, I know there's all kinds of different wrestling promotions from small to large. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, guys, I think the biggest one independently right now is really Ring of Honor. Or is it even an independent anymore?
Well, I wouldn't consider Ring of Honor independent anymore. I think mainstream. I think that when you think of, you know, there used to always be the big three. There was the WWF, the NWA, and there was the AWA. And when you look at it now, I do believe in you know, and maybe I'm wrong, but I do believe it's WWE, Impact, Global, and Ring of Honor is, you know, excuse me, the way I look at it. But when you talk about up-and-coming wrestling organizations, independent wrestling organizations, for me, one of the best that I think is out there is a group here in Detroit who used to be competition with my company, and they're XICW. These guys are making fucking noise everywhere, man, and some of the shows that they put on there are just fucking phenomenal, and they always bring in great talent and everything. The problem is with independent wrestling these days is there's no paying dues. You know, back in the day when in wrestling, it was like a secret society behind the scenes. It was like the Sopranos. You were in if you were in. And motherfuckers now, all you got to do is just fucking go and get yourself go get an eBay account, get yourself a ring, rent a fucking VFW hall, and now you're a fucking wrestling promoter. And that ain't how it's done, you know. And so a lot of the smaller outlaw promotions, what happens with them is they fucking make it bad for the independent wrestling promoters that actually put on dope shows. You know, because like I just got done telling you guys earlier, you only have one chance to make a first impression. So if a guy who's never been to independent wrestling goes to one of these shitty shows, he'll never go back and see independent wrestling again. He'll be like, fuck that was garbage. Whether it be any other person, any other promotion shows. So, I mean, with, you know, like that, it's like, you know, that sucks in the state of wrestling today. But, you know, I mean, like I said, you know, I run my wrestling promotion here in Detroit, International Big Time Wrestling. You know, we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary. And then, you know, now I'm also a booker of Universal Wrestling Alliance in Saginaw, Michigan, which I, you know, encourage all of the listeners to check us out, man. You might find something that you like. And, but like I said, anything that, you know, when you talk about Ring of Honor, you got to put them up there with the other two big threes, you know, the other two. I mean, because, you know, they're the next best thing to it. So, you know, the problem is in the world, there are too many wrestling fucking promotions because anyone could just do it. And you know, even back in the day when you had backyard wrestling, now, like I just got done saying, all they got to do is rent a ring and fucking get a gymnasium and, hey, we're legit. But you're not legit. You know, you weren't properly trained. You didn't fucking, you know, learn the ropes. You didn't learn the business. At the end of the day, guys, this is a business, you know. And so it hurts other business owners when it's a piece of shit.
Man, it's funny, and it's funny, I swear to God, and I get this, for one, from talking to you about the wrestling, Rude Boy, and then from talking to a couple different comic book creators as far as on Super Nintendo. I feel like if it's underground at this point, whether it be comic books, music, wrestling, whatever, everything has become so easy to put on that there's a lot of shit product.
Yes.
And I mean, that's just entertainment, period, though. I feel like at this point, the more I get into this, the more I'm like, fuck, it's just everywhere. What the shit is this?
Yes. I mean, look, you guys are involved in the music business, and look at how many fake rappers there are in the fucking music
yeah, we've
business.
seen a lot.
What, you want to talk about Little Yachty?
He's mainstream, but like, fuck that dude. We don't want. We're not gonna talk about Little Yachty. No, we're not gonna talk about that motherfucker. No.
Perhaps
save that for boxes.
Too much love to Little Yachty by even mentioning him.
No, man, I love to mention him just for people to realize that, look, his lyrics are ridiculous, and if you're listening to it for just the beat, then do me a favor, just go get a dope beat and listen to it. You really, you don't need the dumbassery in the background. That's like, fuck it, I mean, I'm sure, Rudy, you're older than me, fuck Chuckles, me and you's about the same age. I'm sure we all remember back in the day, you just wanted to hear a fucking beat. You didn't need a motherfucker screaming, every goddamn 5 seconds. You just listened to a dope goddamn beat, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what the bass funk volume 26 was about and shit.
That's right.
Yeah, these motherfuckers with their
and now these days you see motherfuckers on the streets wearing girly ass fucking clothes, tight jeans, and fucking dudes, grown ass men wearing purses because of Little Uzi Vert and shit like that.
Have you seen wrestlers with this gimmick? I must know.
What the wrestlers are guilty of is still fucking wearing fanny packs and shit. I've seen.
I've seen wear the fanny packs.
I've seen a few of them at the gathering this weekend. I'm not going to call nobody out, Mike, fucking Chewy Martinez, wearing fucking fanny packs, man. Like, motherfucker, this ain't fucking old fucking Clash of the Champions days, motherfucker. Damn.
Hey, they're convenient, man. Come on.
Remember back in the day when fanny packs were the shit? Everybody started rocking them shit.
Not in my crew. They were never the shit.
I can't think of. Wait, when the fuck were fanny packs the shit?
Maybe that was a San Francisco thing, homie.
No, I was never part of that shit. Like, all the people that I always see on the fucking streets back in the day were always wearing fucking fanny packs, and every time I see them, I fucking snap that shit and smack them across their fucking heads with it.
For real, it's because you lived in fucking San Francisco, though. That's some Bay Area shit right there, Chuckles. No offense.
No, that happened to that happened to my homie back in the day. He said he will never go back to San Francisco again. I told him why, because he was in the pier, right? And some gay dude just pinched his butt. He wasn't feeling it.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Let's get since Chuckles just got a little weird. Here's the thing: when I asked for a weird story, I honestly wasn't expecting something in ring, Rudy, because like I've listened to some shoot interviews from a couple different wrestlers, and I think the weirdest story I've ever heard about was from the Young Bucks. Which is the shoot interview I think they did with Kevin Steen. I'm sure you guys can go check it out somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. I don't fucking know where. If you guys can find those shoot interviews that Steen did with a bunch of wrestlers, they're really fucking entertaining. But this is one of my fucking downfalls in life is sitting in front of fucking YouTube watching those fucking shoot interviews, man. Hours and hours where I'm like a fucking zombie watching them. Hey, dude, just do yourself a favor and don't turn it to flat earth theory. You'll start to go mad. I'm just saying. Like, I'm serious, because I had to fucking watch a bunch of conspiracy fucking shit for a different show on the radio. And no, it's better to watch It's better to watch shoot interviews than it is conspiracy theory videos. Because the shoot interviews is just like, hey, that was a funny story. The conspiracy fucking theory videos got you like, I need a tinfoil hat and shit. What the fuck is this? Right. No doubt. No doubt.
you know, when Prince died, I started watching all these fucking conspiracy theories about his death and everything. And I was like, you know, I was convinced for like a half a second, wow, there's this underground fucking militia out to fucking kill this motherfucker. I'm like, what is going on, man? I had to turn the fucking shit off, man, and go right back to shoot interviews.
Stay in the safe zone, Rudy, for real. Stay in the safe zone, because, yeah, you get in the fucking conspiracy theory shit. It's like Elvis is alive, and Tupac just dropped a new album. He really did. Like, you'll get in all kinds of stupid fuck. Oh, my God. Either fucking we're going to get shut down by the Men in Black because we're on to something for real, or me and DKB will just straight go mad and drive all the other hosts on the radio mad trying to convince them of the theory that me and him both believe. But that's a totally different fucking point. You know? Hopefully that don't fucking happen. But, you know, right? I'm just curious, though, man, I kind of want to take a question of yours, Chuckles, and convert it for this show.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, right? Because I know, obviously, you've worked the ring with a lot of different guys, Rude Boy, right? I mean,
yes, sir.
Quite a few different.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna flip. This is a bit of a flip of a question Chuckles normally asks on the No Fucks Given Hour, but I'm curious, what guy in the ring like treated you the best and was just like, you know, it was a good transition. You guys worked well together. There wasn't no fuckery on anybody's part. All right. And what guy was just a fucking dick in the ring and was just like, I'm going to punch you as hard as I can because I feel like it. Now, you ain't got to say no names, but stories.
I'll say names. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, well, then fuck it.
I
say
don't
names.
Who, what the fuck are they going to do to me? You know? I mean, shit, that's one of the beauties of being Rude Boy. I don't got to fucking answer to nobody but to God. So I'm straight. And, with that being said, one of the things that I've always prided myself on is me running my own career, my own life. So if I'm going to be blackballed from something, fuck you, then I'll just go on somewhere else. But anyways, back to your question, man. One of the guys who took care of me the most, who fucking was there for me and was and it was an honor to wrestle. I mean, it happens to be two guys at once. When I was in a three-way with Terry Funk and Dusty Rhodes. Both of those guys.
That was
both of those guys, man. And they put me over clean, and they didn't have a problem doing it, and they understood that I respect the business. They understood who I am, you know, and it was great. Now, back to the dicks in the ring. We can start off with Bobby Lashley, that big son of a bitch cocksucker. Motherfucker, I was in the ring with Bobby Lashley. We were in a battle royal, and he just took liberties on me, man. You know, a little rough with me because we wrestled at the Gathering in this battle royal, and he was pissed off that he had to be introduced before me. But what they were trying to explain to him was, look, in the Gathering, in the Juggalo world, he's nothing. I'm something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he didn't get that, and he didn't like it, and he let it be known in that ring that he didn't like it. Now, a bit. And guess what? I shot right back. Did I hurt him? Probably not. He probably laughed about it. But nevertheless, he was a son of a bitch for doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Just, you know, on some bullshit. And another guy who early on in my career, who was a son of a bitch, but later on became a good friend in life, was Abdullah the Butcher. You know, those first couple matches we had, he fucking beating the holy hell shit out of me. You know, but then when we wrestled a few times after that, it became a mutual respect where, oh wow, this fucking kid is the real deal, you know.
All I know is, holy shit, boy, you just gave me so many flashbacks of your bleeding ass face.
Bruh, you know what's so funny, man?
The Butcher just stabbing the fuck out of you. Sorry, oh my god.
yeah.
Bro, you know what's so funny, man? I've seen your match. I became a huge fan of you when you faced off against him. And I thought you were literally gonna die when you fucking when you two had that cage match in JCW.
Oh my god, in Milwaukee.
Outside the door. Oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah, and he was hanging me, from the cage. That was in Milwaukee. Yes, man, that was actually I spent 2 days in the hospital after that because I had a cracked vertebrae from that.
Ooh.
And yeah, and well, and what's his name? Like Brian Wellington with Richie Boy was in we were all in the emergency room in Milwaukee. It was funny as hell, man. Brian Wellington was in one bed. Fucking who else was there? Oh, Shaggy 2 Dope was in one bed. What? And all of us, we're all coming through. We're all bleeding everywhere. They're like, "What the fuck? Is there a massive car crash somewhere?"
Like, yeah,
So,
we call it
yeah.
JCW.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god! I wish I'd have been in that fucking emergency room in Milwaukee just to have the photo of here's the JCW roster in the emergency room.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. I remember when that match, ITP had Eshawn wrestle in the ring with them. Shaggy had a neck brace just to keep on fighting in the match. That was some fucking crazy shit.
I remember that too. I was there. That was fun.
Man.
Esham hates wrestling more than life itself. But he wrote him a fat ass blunt and said, "Come on, let's go have some fun."
Hell yeah.
Hell no, man. See, I tell you, Shaggy's one of them guys too. You're gonna bring up somebody as far as wrestling that, like, that motherfucker's got like broke neck and shit. He's like, I'm gonna do it. Like, holy shit! Shout
Not
out to
anymore.
Shaggy.
He don't much.
Well, no,
he doesn't
but-
wrestle much anymore.
I mean, that was like a fucking decade ago. What I'm talking about. So age
But
gets
but
us
let me
all.
but let me say this, man. Out of our whole crew, man, like Shaggy was the most talented when it came to wrestling. The WCW when we were doing Nitro, they were going to put the television title on him. They were going to have him beat Lenny Lane, and Shaggy said, "No, man, we're getting ready to go on tour. I can't come back and defend this." They were hell bent on putting the belt on Shaggy. He fought tooth and nail. He was like, "I can't do it."
Well, he held the
That's
cruiserweight for a
because he
little
has
while, though,
good
right?
talent. What's that?
Bro, I
He held the
remember that match
cruiserweight.
very well as a kid. That was an awesome fucking match he pulled off.
Yeah, but like I said, he held the
Oh,
cruiserweight
yeah.
title in WCW for a little while, didn't he? If memory serves me properly.
No.
No.
He never did. No, he never
I
did.
swear to God, no.
he-
I know them motherfuckers held some title in WCW. Maybe my memory is just wrong.
You might be talking about Vampiro or something like that, right?
Yeah. I know Vampiro did, and he rolled with him. But I could have sworn at one point, and maybe it was them collectively as a tag team or Shaggy individually, but I swore at one point they held titles in
No, I
either
could tell you
WCW or
they
WWE.
No,
No,
place
not the
they went
WWE.
to.
No.
Whatever, I'm
No
sorry.
place. No place they went to. But again though, fucking because Shaggy was so good, they were like, man, we could do something with this guy, man. And but he's got rods in his neck, and I mean, he's pretty beat up from all the bumps he took. I just seen a video on Facebook today, him against fucking Mike Awesome on top of the bus. He fucking falls off the bus and busts his neck and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I actually watched that video just a couple days ago, man, where fucking, and you can see Mike try and fucking grab him to where he doesn't slip
Yeah, he
off,
was.
too. Oh,
yeah, he was. He was
jeez,
trying
yeah.
for dear life.
Yeah, he fucking seen
I
Shaggy
fucking
start
saw
to
that shit
slip.
as a kid, dude. It's like he fucking felt like a rag doll. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, God. That has to be one of the worst. I mean, that was a bad
Worst
bump.
bumps.
Yeah, cool, because they weren't fucking. I mean, normally if you're going to take a bump like that in wrestling, they set up tables or something that's going to fucking break. That was concrete.
Yep, it sure was, with a little thin piece of carpet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think we already mentioned this question before to you. It's like, what was the worst bump that you consider was the worst bump you ever took in the ring?
Well, I actually took it outside the ring. There was a independent wrestler. His name was Rick Matrix. He still wrestles, as a matter of fact, in the northeast. Sometime I had him here in Detroit not too long ago. Anyways, man, he body slammed me into the concrete, and it was like a full-on straight body slam. where it took my breath away, and I laid there for like, seriously, it seemed like forever. And I never felt pain like that shoot through my body from the bottom of my heels all the way up to the top of my head. And I was actually out, man, like laid up for a few days at home. Like I couldn't fucking move, man, from that. And it was something that simple as a fucking body slam on concrete.
Yeah, see, when I've known you, I've seen you take body slams on concrete, rude boy.
Right.
So you just landed wrong?
Not when you're being drilled into it. There's a work way, and then there's a hard way.
There's a work way, and then there's a fuck you, asshole.
Right? No, shit. There you go. Fair enough.
That's what that is. I mean, for real, man. Because if that's what I don't understand why if you go into that profession, you would want to fucking, I mean, do something more harshly. I mean, I understand you want it to look good, but at the same time, there's a fucking definite. I mean, it's a form of dance, in my opinion, as far as between two guys, and it's to make sure that neither of you ends up dead, because there's a lot of moves done.
One of the things that I always pride myself on, and if there's any workers out there that can dispute this, please by all means do it. But here's the deal, man. Like I always pride myself on my opponent going home back to their family, making sure that they're okay. That at the end of the day, it's a great fucking entertaining, tooth and nail fought battle. But at the end of the day, we both go home to our families.
Hell yeah.
Instead of to a hospital or a morgue.
Yeah, hopefully never the morgue. Yeah, I mean sometimes the hospital, especially if you're doing that deathmatch shit. And I think that's especially if you're doing death matches. Sometimes that is frankly unavoidable.
Oh wait, I got a story, man. You said another weird thing that happened. Okay, this happened to me actually. Okay, it just came to my head, man. Okay, so we were on JCW tour, the first one. We were in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was me against Madman Pondo in a death match. And we had the guy from the building go buy us staples for the staple gun. So Pondo hits me. He grabs $1 from the fan. He hits me in the head with it. Boom. And I'm like, whoa, that felt weird. Because I've taken that 1,000,000 times. And I was like, something doesn't feel right. And anyway, so we're fighting. Boom, the match is over. We go back to the dressing room. And I'm like, I'm trying to pull this staple out. And I'm like, I can't get this fucking staple out. So Pondo comes over. I'm like, hey, look. I'm like, Pondo, you put it in, now you get it out.
Oh.
And he's like, what the fuck? And he's trying to get it out. He gets a fucking a flathead screwdriver and he puts it between my head and the thumbtack where the lip is.
Oh,
and he just yanks. He's like, oh, this is going to hurt, man. Boom. But he gets it out. And what had happened was the dumb fuck from the building who we sent to get the staples got the extra long ones. So it actually pierced my skull in the front of my head. When I went to the hospital, it was just fucking like, it looked like a sprinkler system, just blood just going everywhere.
He just made he just wanted to make you feel blessed and holy.
Oh, shit. And then again, going to a hospital in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with, how'd that happen? Oh, it was a staple to my head. Huh? What? It was a what to your head? Like, what the fuck? How does that even, what? So, yeah, that was one of the crazy things that happened in my career. And, like I told him, you put it in, now you take it out. And he was like, well, this is going to hurt. I was like, get the fucking thing out of my head, man. So
my wife tells me the same thing a lot, but I've never had to follow up with it might hurt. I'm just saying, Hey, man, I got to know, though, from that story, I got to know. What is, because, I mean, you obviously have had to go into a lot of ERs, be like, I've had a staple in my head of this. Like, what is the weirdest reaction you've gotten from someone in the ER? When you've had to...
Oh, here, check this out. So the day I'm going to get my open heart surgery, the morning, okay, they're shaving my chest, they're shaving my body, and I got all of these gig wounds all over me from, wrestling all over my stomach, all these scars everywhere, my chest and my stomach. And the lady, the nurse, she's like, you know, she's shaving my chest, and she's like, "Oh my God, what happened to you?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, you don't remember?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Remember the guy 10 years ago who fell in the lion's pit at the Detroit Zoo? That's me. I'm one of the 4 people in the world who's ever. I'm one of the 4 people in the world who's ever fell into a lion's pit and survived." And she's like, "Oh my God!" And she's calling over these other nurses. "Hey, come here! Do you guys remember when that guy fell in?" I'm like, "Oh my God, this lady!" Then I started laughing. I just busted out laughing and shit. She was like, "What happened?" I was like, instead of trying to explain it, I was like, "Oh, I was in a car accident."
Man, you trolled a fucking ER nurse in person. Broody, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
That's really rude.
Funny, man. That was brilliant.
No.
Well, she got the last laugh when they were cutting my fucking chest
open.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I guess that bitch won up to you, man. That bitch won up to you hard.
Yeah, no shit.
Like,
she's like, "Oh,
yo,
you
Rudy,
thought that was
Rudy,
funny."
You know what? You remember that joke you gave me? Well, pay back the bitch.
That's it.
Oh, Jesus. So, man, what you got coming up personally then as far as projects and everything, you know? You got any shows you're playing as far as wrestling?
Well, I got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. First and foremost, we've got August the 26th right here in Southwest Detroit, like literally 2 blocks from my house. We've got the Carnival of Carnage show, which is going down at the L Club. I'll be hosting that. DJ Carlito will be DJing. With Inner City Posse and ICP. And then directly the following day, we have International Big Time Wrestling, which is happening in the Token Lounge in Westland, Michigan. And we've got everybody there. Chewy Martinez, Mosh Pit Mike, Shark Boy, fucking Hernandez from LAX.
Oh, wow.
We have fucking Alcatraz 187 who just stole the show at Bloody Mania this past weekend. We have a big show there. We've got that. We also have, earlier that day before Carnival of Carnage, we have UWA Wrestling at the UWA arena inside of the Saginaw Flea Market in Saginaw, Michigan. And we got that going down. That's going on at 1 o'clock that afternoon. So we got a ton of shit happening that weekend. And, you know, I'll be back on the Juggalo show next week, and I'll be plugging this show so that we can get more people tuning in over here.
Thank you. Thank you, Rudy.
Hell yeah.
My pleasure.
Hell yeah,
My pleasure.
man. It has been a pleasure. And I know, like I said, we gonna wrap this shit up now, but we got this one final segment, and it was Chuckles' fucking brilliant idea, so I'll let him introduce that shit.
All right.
Hell yeah. So, we love to give our guests for this new show, The Blood Beyond the Mat, where we have each wrestler give out one of the best promos to give it at the end of the show. You ready for this one?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Well, do you want? Is there specifics that I need to know about this promo?
Oh, you can go all ape shit on this promo, man. Like, bring us that rude boy style. You know what I'm saying?
But wait, fucker, you didn't specify. It's supposed to be like NFGR is your fucking opponent.
Yeah, NFGR is your opponent, and you give him your best, like, most aggressive fucking promo you have ever done in your career.
Real quick, you know, I didn't realize until this segment right now, but that's real shitty that we're giving NFGR as an opponent, dude. That's like a fucking 14-on-1 match.
That's good,
That's all right. That's all right, because they ain't seen Rude Boy, man. So it's really not fair because they have to fucking face me.
Man, I'm pretty sure Frank and Chris both know you.
Yeah, and I'm sure, man, you know what? They don't know all these razor blades that are taped to my fingers.
Well, damn it. Why we got to get nice? Fine. Just cut the promo, man. My bad. You ain't got to cut me. Shit.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This the Rude Boy, of course, the king of hardcore. The one and only. I'm talking about the one, that the women want and the one that the men wish they could be like. I'm talking about the OG Juggalo in the house right here. Now, we want to talk about no fucks given. No fucks given. No fucks given means shit to Rude Boy. Because when I whip that ass, it will be no fucks given to you and your peeps. Because it's all about the one and only right here. The OG, King of Hardcore, JCW's very own in Southwest Detroit's son, the Rude Boy. That's all I can come up with, guys.
Oh, hell no.
Brilliant.
That was dope.
Fucking brilliant, man.
Hell yeah. That was dope shit. Fucking A. And this, ladies and gentlemen, has been the debut, of the Blood Beyond the Mat. We'll be back, but that shit's next month. But that's not meaning that we won't be back on No Fucks Given Radio, because, this is my book. I had to find my book. Look, see, I'm as bad as you, Rudy. I'm like, where's my book? I need my book. I play this shit old school. I need fucking paper and shit. Yeah. Oh, damn. So, yeah, we got Super Nintendo tomorrow. That's right. You can fucking cash that with the Sexy Beard Club. And then Thursday, we'll have Fetal Autopsy up in the No Fucks Given Hour. Myself and Chuckles back in the motherfucking house. That's right. So make sure you tune into that. All the other dope shit we got going. Chuckles, final thoughts?
Yeah, man. Much love to you, Rude Boy, for coming on to our show, man. It's been an honor to have you on the show, man, for real, dog.
My pleasure.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And also, like I said, on the 18th, I will be attending Gore Fest in Denver, Colorado. So be sure to get your tickets ready because it's going to be coming around in a couple weeks. So be sure to be ready because you don't want to miss out on this shit. LSP is going to be rocking that shit. The whole tons of fucking dope-ass underground artists are going to be there for show.
I'll give you. That's a dope-ass show. Chuckles, it is. But if you ain't in that area, you're not going to be up in Tip City, Ohio. Yeah, that same fucking weekend, the 18th through the 20th, you can come up to Pirate Fest, a.k.a. the No Fuckstival. Yeah, I'll be throwing that shit. 3 days camping, all kinds of shit. So you got 2 fucking festivals. So if you missed the gathering, get the fuck out to one of these, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking come, see some dope shit. Get the fuck out, because that's what the fuck this is about. No Fucks Given Radio, the official radio for all y'all who don't give a fuck. Yeah, this has been the debut with the Rude Boy, man, for real. And
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
There's one final thing that I like to say to everyone before I leave. Is everyone listening with your ears wide open? Because this is an important message. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good fucking time. Take care of one another. Be good to one another. Positivity, baby. Rude Boy, out.
Hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen. That's been the Rude Boy. And this is a shout out. Poke Man, much love for arranging this shit. And like he said, it's all about breaking bread by Project Born. Have a good night, y'all.
Yeah.
What's up, niggas? You heard about them Project niggas, man? Man, I heard the motherfuckers sign the college. Man, when I see them motherfuckers, man, I'ma jack one of them niggas, man.
Hey, hold on, man. Nigga, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Nigga, we need to be trying to get down with them niggas,
Nah, man, fuck that niggas, man. You fake it in them.
Right there. That's the nigga right there.
Man, fuck that nigga, man. I wanna split that nigga shit, man.
Man,
Fuck
nigga,
that
let me get some of that motherfucking green, dog.
Here, man. Hoe ass Project niggas ain't nowhere.
Hey, Folk, what's up, baby?
Man, fuck this shit, man.
Lord knows why these project niggas hustle to get 'em. Lord knows we get this cheddar if we sticking together. We got to stay up on our toes, keep our families fed. Whether in jail or hell, nigga, we breaking bread. Hey yo, I gotta mix up the solution. A terrible way to live in slow motion. Try to jump back into prostitution. I need a boosting, my mind loosen to get a drilling rushing. Come back up in this bitch and start busting.
No fucks given.